Academia. We're gonna move on next to Haikyuu to the top.
Woohoo!
Pass it over to Stern and Goo.
Oh
Fine.
yeah.
Mute your ears. Okay, I see you did that already. Yeah, go ahead, go. You start up.
Okay, so Haikyuu, basically nothing too crazy going on. On this episode, they focused mainly on Hinata's growth, right? Uh, as of right now, he's still at that training camp, but he's just a ball boy, and everyone that he meets or talks to is like, "What are you doing here? What are you doing?" And pretty much the whole episode is just Hinata trying to figure out what he needs to do to grow as a volleyball player. Basically, it's a team sport, but everyone has something that they can contribute to the team. And as for Hinata, he's not really contributing much other than being the attacker, right? Like he can't do anything on his own, so he's kind of a crutch for his team in a sense. Um, and I think at the end of this episode, it shows him coming out of the closet with a mop, and he said he's going to mop. So I don't know if this is supposed to be like what is this, like a metaphor for something amazing that's going to happen? But yeah, I don't know.
He's just all in on being a ball boy. He's gonna clean everything. I don't know.
Yeah, because apparently being a ball boy isn't easy. So
Yeah.
he's got to take it seriously, I guess.
Yeah, he's really like his really only role on the team right now. I mean, he's a good decoy, but then he really can't do anything without Kageyama, like how the old guy said. I think that's the only guy that has said for anything for like any kind of pointers, I guess. Besides just like, do better. Or that's what it seemed like to me at least. But I still think this episode was fairly slow. Like there wasn't much. They're still building up. So I mean, there's only been 2 episodes, but I consider this training arc pretty weak so far. Like it really hasn't been that funny. This second episode is the first time I actually really noticed that the animation quality is different from the other seasons, and it seems worse. I don't know if you agree. Yeah. I don't know. It's like something with the animation. Like it's just not. It doesn't move. It's not as fluid. It's it doesn't seem as detailed or as like the previous season. It just feels weird. I just watched this like maybe like a month and a half ago or so from the previous season. So I don't know if you should try going back and just like skipping through a few like parts of the fights and just see and just see if you notice a difference as well. I know from the previous seasons as well when when they have the face in the net, and of course it's on the other side of it. They made it seem a lot. I guess it wasn't as noticeable in the sense where their face would be through the net, but then like the lines for the net would be connected to the face still. For this season, like the lines aren't even near the face, and it just seems way more noticeable.
Well, to be fair, I feel like the characters are more refined in this season. Like the highlights are more thickened or more darkened. Right. But again, we haven't really seen any like action scenes yet, or no matches.
Yeah, so that's why I'm holding off. But
yeah, like I'd have to wait and see how they animate that. But I think for the pace that the story is going and with what they're going with, I think the animation is fine. Just to kind of showcase
it's mainly still images, so it's fine.
Yeah. But I guess we'll see. Hopefully with the next episode, things will start to go down. Kageyama was completely left out. Like their training camp wasn't even included in this. It was basically just Hinata at Shiratoriyama, whatever, being a ball boy. So we're gonna have to wait and see.
I almost feel like for Kageyama's arc, it feels like it would almost be better if let's just say he just they go to the match, he just shows up, and then during the match, then I can easily see them where they just show flashbacks from his training. Instead of just maybe throwing it in, are you worried? Like you're thinking about that too, right?
Oh god, if that's the case, I don't know.
That could easily happen.
Yeah, with 24 episodes, I guess
half of that because they're taking a break, remember, in between. So there's got to be a stopping point somewhere.
Right, but with 24 episodes to finish this and then the actual national tournament, I guess that would have to make sense. Like they can only focus on one character and then bring him to the tournament, and then have the last 12 episodes be on the tournament itself. So I guess that would have to make do.
Especially since for this season, for the previous season when I was watching, they were pretty quick with covering players' arcs, maybe 1 or 2 episodes. And this I mean, this is like kind of Hinata's arc or whatever you want to call it for training camp, and it's like it doesn't even feel like it's that close to being finished. And they I think they said sometime in the episode they have 4 or 5 days before national starts.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, when I heard that, I was like, okay, this arc is going to be pretty quick. And then
Right.
it just felt like they're definitely taking a lot of time going through this. So then I was like, okay, maybe this is going to seem a little longer than 5 days.
To be honest with you, I feel like they're going to wrap it up in the next episode for Hinata,
You think so?
and yeah, and then they'll probably either move to Kageyama or move back to the main school at Karasuno, and then go from there. Because like at Karasuno currently, all they're doing is just working on their serves. That's all you see them working on. So I don't see how
Probably a good move.
they're going to improve honestly as a team, with half their team gone. So
I think that's why they basically, or the coach said, just focus on serves. You guys suck.
yeah, something like that.
Even though Hinata should be a part of that. Oh, that guy's trash at serve.
He's trash at, that's the thing. Like Hinata is basically trash at everything, but like being a spiker, that's it.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, like I said, hopefully they wrap it up with the next episode, and then they start working on the other teammates because, like Tsukishima is there too. So like hopefully he picks up some pointers on whatever he's good at, right? Which is basically defending.
Right.
And then maybe they do like a couple minutes over at Kageyama's training camp, and then you see a little bit of what he's starting to learn, and then the fruits of their labor is hopefully being shown at the tournament. But yeah, as of right now, it's been pretty slow, so it's just all speculation at this point.
Yeah, I'm still excited, but the only thing that's bothering me right now is animation. So I really hope I get past that, and I hope like you said, like during the points or the actual matches that they pick up the animation for it, and then hopefully similar to the previous seasons, because definitely the action for those previous seasons looks so good, and like from early shots from the OVAs, because I think the OVAs were new or with the newer animation, and it was kind of bothersome. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, story is still solid.
Yeah,
But animation's always bothered me.
I'm just trying not to have high hopes because I tend to be let down. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with low expectations and then see what happens from there.
same. All right.
But yeah, that's pretty much it with Haikyuu though for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's